Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony and welcome to another binary action of DeathBattle. This time we have, I believe it's a Season 5 premiere of DeathBattle from Screw Attack. The link is in the description below, as always. Be sure to support them over there. Black Panther versus Batman. Yeah, that's a toughie. I'm not sure who I'm rooting for in this one. I mean, I have no idea who I'd be going for here. It's not like I have a bias towards one character or another, so... it's really up in the air as to who I want to root for, isn't it? But, yeah, if you didn't see through that bullshit, I'm definitely rooting for Batman. I don't think he's going to win, though. I'm going to be rooting for him. Batman, this is his third appearance in DeathBattle. Black Panther has not appeared on DeathBattle as far as I know. I don't believe he has. But this is a very appropriate time for this DeathBattle. Now, I say I don't believe Batman's going to win. Let's see. Batman lost to Spider-Man. Batman won against Captain America. Now it's Batman versus Black Panther. Both are rich, have cool suits. I don't know. Let's just say everything that I know about Black Panther I learned from the Avengers movies. Or the Captain America movie. No, it was the Captain America movie. I'll be seeing Black Panther soon, but I don't really know much about the character other than he grew up, he's the heir to the throne of the king or whatever of a powerful African country, or a rich African country. I know they have a supply of vibranium in that country, and that his suit is made of it or made with it. I'm not entirely sure how he can make it entirely out of the metal of it, or if it's just like kind of made into the suit, creating basically a suit of armor that is much like Captain America's shield. That's kind of why I think that Batman's not going to be taking this one, because while he was able to strip Cap of his shield, I'm not sure how he's going to get past that vibranium suit, which also seems to enhance his abilities, unless he's already enhanced to begin with. Again, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm going to learn, so let's stop speculating now. Let's see what they're going to say, and then I'll make my decision. Right now, based on that one little thing that I know about Black Panther, I think Batman's going to take the L on this one. So yeah, let's just get the video started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright. DeathBattle.
Predators. These fearsome beasts strike fear into the hearts of many.
Well, sometimes they strike an awe, but yeah, mostly fear.
And these two superheroes embody the fear of specific predators to an extreme.
Batman, the genius crime fighter from DC Comics.
And Black Panther,
Yep.
Marvel's royal warrior scientist.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Before he was the
Alright,
Black
learn
Panther,
about Black
before
Panther
he was
first.
a king, T'Challa was born the Prince of Wakanda.
Waka, where now?
Wakanda is an isolated fictional nation hidden somewhere in Africa. But while Wakanda itself is shrouded in secrecy, T'Challa was anything but isolated.
He's been pretty much everywhere, but especially anywhere with a good university.
After earning numerous degrees from Harvard,
Alright.
Oxford, Berkeley, and MIT, T'Challa came home. His father, Wakanda's king and then current
So
Black Panther,
he's
had been assassinated.
worth
new
quite a bit
ruler
more than
needed
Bruce
to be
Wayne.
named.
But to claim the throne, he'd
As
have
the
to
leader of a
claw his
nation,
way
I could
through
imagine,
the rite
though.
of passage.
This would be a test of fortitude, designed to stress T'Challa's bravery, fearlessness, and combat prowess.
Also known as beating the crap out of 6 super deadly fighters. But hey, T'Challa wasn't just a nerdy brainiac, he could fight too, and he passed with flying colors.
Earning the throne and the blessings of Wakanda's guardian deity, Bast, the Panther God.
But he had to nab some superpowers first, so he went through the ritual of the heart-shaped herb.
This herb connected T'Challa to the Panther God, and that link bestowed him numerous superhuman abilities.
Who knew getting high
Alright, so he
turned
is,
you into a superhero?
T'Challa's new
enhanced
powers
as well.
included superhuman speed, strength, healing, and agility. His senses also dramatically increased in acuity. Not only can he see in the dark, but his superior vision can even make out infrared and ultraviolet light.
So, like, the powers of a cat?
Yes and no. While cats do have exceptional eyesight, they cannot see infrared or UV light, though it is a common misconception that they can.
Well, just like a cat, he can always land on his feet thanks to his other super senses.
Specifically, his vastly improved kinesthetic sense.
Which is, definitely a sense for something.
Kinesthetic senses make up a person's awareness of their own movement, like muscle memory, but in a broader scope.
Oh, like how we can walk up steps without looking at them.
Yes.
Or when I shoot my shotgun with my eyes closed.
No.
So Black Panther's super
Yeah, but if you
sense
do it
lets him
well.
move and act without having to think about it too much. He can jump across tree branches and ledges without even looking. Hey Wiz, how do I become king of Wakanda? Those powers sound cool as hell.
You should be born into
Everyone
it.
knows you're terrible at keeping secrets, and Wakanda houses one of the biggest secrets in comic book history.
You talking about how Black Panther married Storm from the X-Men?
I'm talking about Wakanda's enormous reserves
Well, that's cool.
of vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff Captain America's indestructible shield is made of.
That's right. 10,000 years ago, a large meteorite
Alright.
of vibranium crashed in Wakanda.
And they hoarded it all to themselves. And I don't blame them.
Vibranium is an extremely durable metal which can absorb audio and kinetic energy. A single gram sells for $10,000 US, and Wakanda's vibranium mound is estimated to be 10,000 tons. That's over $9 billion.
They're rich, super rich. With all that wealth,
He's
Wakanda
worth over
became a
trillions.
techno-marvel decades ahead of the rest of the world. They were exploring outer space years before the US and Russia even tried.
So why is this important? Well, as King of Wakanda, T'Challa has unlimited access to all of his country's resources.
That suit of his doesn't just look cool, it's made of vibranium.
The Panther habit is coated in a
Alright.
vibranium microwave mesh. This doesn't just
So
block
made
incoming
of it as well.
attacks, it can literally rob them of their momentum. For example, bullets don't bounce off, they stop dead and fall straight down. Their kinetic energy absorbed into the suit.
Even the shells from a helicopter-mounted minigun
Okay.
can't even phase him.
He carries energy daggers,
Well,
a shield
Batman
of
doesn't
light,
use guns,
a
but
teleportation device, and
this will
claws.
Which are
deaden
made of a special
quite a lot of his
version
attacks.
of vibranium called anti-metal. Guess why it's called that? Because it can melt other metals. What can't this suit do?
Well, the vibranium weave does have a limit to how much energy it can absorb all at once. If it takes in too much, it could
Alright.
wind up expelling said energy in a, well, destructive fashion.
Oh, God! But don't worry, he's fine, somehow.
Under T'Challa's leadership, Wakanda has warded off many would-be invaders.
So if Batman can
Even with
overpower
Dr.
it, then
Doom,
he'll
Namor,
open up,
and Ulysses
create an
Claw
opening for
charging
himself.
in, Wakanda was never truly conquered.
They even stopped an alien invasion, and hey, nobody's ever ready for one of those.
In addition, T'Challa has studied every major martial art.
They always
of
come
which
by
there are
surprise.
About 160. He's considered one of the finest hand-to-hand fighters in the world.
He's
Well,
beat
as
the
is
shit out of
Batman.
Captain America, Iron Man, and Daredevil. Hell, he once knocked out Karnak, who's also one of the world's finest martial artists, with just one hit.
He is incredibly strong and can jump well over 30 feet.
He can even throw spears through stone walls.
Typically for construction like this, a substantially hard stone would be used, such as granite. With this in mind, T'Challa must have thrown the spear hard enough to hit the wall with a force of over 20,000 pounds per square inch.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
the guy is literally strong enough to punch your jaw off.
He can outrun traffic and is said to be faster than a panther, which can run around 50 miles per hour. He's quick enough to pull a fast one on Wolverine.
Whoa, hold on. Did he just take out 5 X-Men by throwing another X-Man at him?
Yes, he did.
That'll happen when you
under
throw
that
Wolverine.
amazing suit, he is still human. Even with the Panther God's power, he's still prone to failure. This has even caused him to relinquish those powers in the past. And like with kinetic energy, the suit can only take so many intensely focused sound blasts before overloading.
Still, the Black Panther is badass. He's got the tech, the skills, and the country to prove it.
Claw, do you have any children?
No.
Good, because I would have
So
to
he's
kill
smart,
them too.
strong, enhanced, has damn near indestructible suit, has a few weaknesses.
Throughout the underworld of Gotham City,
The weaknesses, I think, are what do it. So I may be shifting my vote over to Batman.
The goddamn Batman! You know who he is, the billionaire Bruce Wayne, and it ain't his first battle to the death.
Pretty much, though don't mistake his intentions. Vengeance may sound dramatic and all, but in truth, Batman fights crime in an attempt to save others from suffering the same kind of tragedy he experienced as a child.
How noble, and ironic considering he was taught to be a badass by a group called the League of Assassins.
Well, he dresses like a bat, sleeps with a cat burglar, and constantly brings children into battle, so he's clearly got a few complicated issues.
But let's see what he can really do. Bats is really smart and considered one of the best tacticians on Earth. No wonder he's always welcome at the Justice League, even though he doesn't have any superpowers.
Just took the ring.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
Oh, that little smirk.
Sure, he's intelligent, but he's also incredibly deadly.
He was trained to be a ninja who's a master of infiltration and silent takedown, so sounds about right.
Bruce has studied every martial art known to man. After perfecting full body control at the age of 18, he was able to quickly learn and master at least 127 of them, including Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and boxing.
It's not every day you can find someone who can literally take you down in 127 different ways.
He's also touted as the world's greatest detective, and with good reason.
He's like Sherlock Holmes on steroids.
Yeah, and that one is like, really, Superman? You didn't see that before?
Just by the way their jaw bounced off his knuckles. There's being a detective, and
Well,
there's
damn.
being Batman.
And all that's before his handy-dandy utility belt, filled to the brim with all sorts of useful gadgets and gizmos.
A lot of which are thanks to his family
Thank you,
business,
Morgan Freeman.
Wayne Enterprises. From steel mills to airlines to record labels, this company does it all. And that means Batman has it all, too.
According to Forbes, Wayne's net worth thanks to his company adds up to $9.2 billion US.
With that much cash, he can afford any kind of weapon he wants. Grappling hooks, smoke pellets, cryo and thermite grenades, and of course, the batarangs.
Originally designed as a boomerang weapon, Wayne eventually
He does have
molded
sonic
his
weapons
batarangs
too,
into
doesn't he?
custom shurikens, some of which are outfitted with electric shocks, flash bulbs, and explosives.
And last but not least, don't forget his bat suit. It can resist fire, electricity, and bladed attacks, and is almost totally bulletproof thanks to a Kevlar vest sewn into it.
Plus, his cowl sports night infrared and UV vision.
But Bats is more than just a tech wizard. This guy bench presses 1,000 pounds in his everyday workout. 1,000 pounds! And I thought this guy didn't have any superpowers.
He doesn't. The current bench press world record is actually slightly higher at 1,075 pounds, solidly placing Wayne at peak human levels. This idea generally applies to him in pretty much every area, physically and mentally. He's strong enough to break through walls, rip apart car parts, and pull out prison bars. He's quick enough to avoid gunfire and even Darkseid's
Oh, that last feat.
unavoidable
He's the goddamn Batman.
In his strongest suits, he's even tough enough to take a hit from Superman.
Yeah, if Brucey ever enters the Olympics,
Well, not at
everyone
full
else might
strength.
as well rage quit. Same difference, really.
That's not to
Had
say
to
he's
weaken
invincible.
him a bit.
True. Whenever the Justice League gets in a fight with some big bads, he
But he's
usually
smart.
has to keep his distance.
He's also somewhat mentally unstable and prone to lashing out. However, he knows this. It's one of the main reasons why he refuses to carry firearms.
That's a bummer. Those are my favorite types of arms. Maybe they'll help him next time Bane tries to break his back.
But of all his traits, Bruce Wayne's strongest attribute is his sheer unstoppable tenacity.
Sorry.
Even after
Long
being
day.
drugged by the Joker after days without sleep, put in a straitjacket, locked in a coffin, and buried alive 6 feet underground,
Breaks
he
out and digs himself out, yeah.
refused to die.
It takes a lot, to take down the Batman.
What the hell are you? I'm Batman.
I mean, digging himself out like that should be impossible even for the Batman.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate
But-
once and for all.
But first, all this talk of animals has made me think about eating some with Blue Apron.
Alright. Tasty. Nah, mushrooms. Nah. I'm still wanting the Batman to win, but I'm getting hungry again. Still wanting the Batman to win, but I don't know. I'm not sure who I'm going to be
shouting at your screen. Where do I sign up? Well, Blue Apron is
putting my vote
to $30 off your first order if you visit blueapron.com/battle. So check out this week's
I think he has the weaponry and the ability to take down
Blue Apron,
Black Panther. But, you know, Black Panther's no slouch, so I'm just going to say I'm not voting for anybody, but I'm rooting for Batman. There.
To challenge a king is to face the might of his people.
I'll give them something to fear.
Alright, what do we got? Always starts off like this. They're pretty even from the start. Bringing animals into it, huh?
Caught you!
Better not tell Peter.
Witness the power of a king.
He just hug a rhino.
Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared for anything.
Now you're in his domain, aren't you?
Playtime is over.
Got sharks down there? What's with the animals?
Amateur.
Try again.
Not bad.
Did you think you were safe? The strong shall hunt the weak. That is the law of nature.
Killer whales.
And my rule is law.
Okay.
KO!
Whoa, that's a new one.
Black Panther and Batman were pretty evenly matched. Both were super geniuses and expert combatants.
Well, BP was stronger and faster thanks to that superhuman herb. It definitely helped.
Fair
But
enough.
alone was not enough to beat the Bat. Batman
Right.
has won dozens of duels
didn't
against
help,
people with similar or even better abilities.
Captain America.
As far as skills were
He's
concerned,
enhanced
they
like that.
held a
Not
distinct
through
advantage.
herbs, but-
However, that was not the case when it came to their weapons and armor.
Long story short, that vibranium got Batman stumped. He just didn't have anything in that belt of his that could get around it.
We scoured the comics, movies, TV shows, and more to see if Batman had any possible way of countering the vibranium. While he's used hundreds of clever gadgets over the years, we were actually very surprised to find that he had no reliable method of getting around armor like that.
Take a look at Batman's fights with Bane. He doesn't have armor, but he's physically superior to Bats, just like Black Panther is. And what does Batty always do to beat him? Aim for the weak spot. But guess what? Black Panther doesn't have a weak spot.
It's certainly believable that Wayne had the ability to develop a gun that could overload the Panther habit. But even if he could, he never would wield it in the first place thanks to his rejection of all firearms.
And while his suit can stop a few knives and bullets, it didn't stand a chance against
rejection
Black
of all
Panther's
firearms?
anti-metal claws.
I thought just,
In the end,
bullets.
Bruce just waned in comparison to T'Challa.
He's fired grappling
The
guns.
winner is
That's a
Black
type of
Panther.
firearm. Though to be
Hey
fair,
guys, thanks for watching
you
the
can't
premiere of season 5.
invent
Wanna
and
watch
build
the
a new
comments
gadget
on
on the
that
fly,
over there,
so
start a first membership
if
trial.
it didn't have
Download
it
the fight
to
track,
begin
and
with,
do
then...
link in the description below. Sounds pretty good.
Alright, who we got next time? Holy shit. Terra versus Terra, huh? Magic user versus magic user. Like, powerful magic users. Alright, talk about that in a second. Did not think we'd see that. Alright, never mind. Talk about that in a little bit. Batman versus Black Panther. Now, I just turned that off. Now, while the Batman and Black Panther were pretty evenly matched, yeah, if I thought he had maybe some type of sonic weapon or something that would help overload the vibranium or mess with it in a sense to create himself an opening, but they're the ones who do all the research. So if people keep saying, it's like, I've seen for every death battle there's always a dispute video for it, but I tend to trust their judgment more often than not over a Screw Attack and the research that they do, because they are, as far as I've seen, pretty damn thorough. And it's unfortunate, but yeah, you know me, I'm never the guy that's going to get all bent out of shape over the fact that my guy didn't win. Except maybe next time, if Twilight doesn't win. Although, to be fair, seeing Raven win wouldn't be that bad either. But, yeah. What is with them doing the MLP characters? I know it was years ago when MLP first started that they did the death battle. It was like only after season 1 that they did the Rainbow Dash death battle. And it's like the last one was kind of a joke one, Pinkie Pie and Deadpool, which was awesome. No, I'm not ready to go on to that one. Okay, suffice it to say, with Batman versus Black Panther, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with them. Based on everything that they said here, I was already thinking that Batman was gonna lose this one, and that was just on the scant information that I had. Hearing them talk about Batman, and seeing that there were maybe some weaknesses to the suit made me a little bit more hopeful, but apparently wasn't enough. So, it was a good fight. Batman, unfortunately, didn't have what it took this time. As for the next one, yeah, I am definitely going to be rooting for Twilight, but, again, I'm not going to be all pissed off and bent out of shape if Raven wins. So, I noticed that they used something. They used footage from the season 4 finale of My Little Pony. I'm not sure if that's going to be, that may have just been hype footage showing her sending this massive blast of energy. I'm not sure that's going to be appropriate to use that, because that wasn't her power. That was the combination of pretty much 4 gods, in a sense. Not really gods, but 4 characters who are damn near god level. Hell, 2 of them move the sun and moon. And the other 2 are pretty good magic users in and of themselves. Pretty good, pretty damn good. I would think. I mean, Cadence, really see her she can go kind of hoof to hoof with Twilight. As demonstrated in a season 4 episode, but yeah. So yeah, that was a combination of 4 characters who are insanely powerful. So I'm not sure if overpowering her like that would be permissible, because it's not really her standard set power. The other 3 would have to give her theirs to make her pretty much a Dragon Ball Z character. So, and Raven is kind of, and she's got like a demon magic in her, doesn't she? It's like, and I know some of the character. I watched the old series. It's been a while since I watched Teen Titans. I've seen recent movies where Raven shows up again, so I know a little bit about the character. Not as much as Twilight, so I'll learn more next time. Alright, well, I've rambled on enough. I'm fairly excited for the next episode, and yeah. Until then, thank you for watching. Take care.